All right, is that the guy from the Body Snatchers?
Okay, so first off, this is my show, sir. I get to talk first.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I
Who talks
thought this
first?
was.
You talk first. I talk first. Who talks first?
Well, who's
That's a
on first?
that's a deep cut. Do you even know what that quote's from?
I know who's on first. That's
No.
my.
Who? Well, you know? Do you know the who talks first? You talk first. I talk first.
Mm-mm. Nope. I don't even know what you're talking about.
That's Star Wars Force Awakens when we first meet Kylo Ren and Kylo and Poe Dameron are face to face and no one's talking and Poe's like, so who talks first? You talk first. What do we do? What's happening here?
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
and for a second thing, sir, yes, that is the guy from
Okay. Okay.
from Invasion of the Body Snatchers,
Yeah.
the 70s version,
Yeah.
or I guess
Not the
the
old
80s.
black and white
Yeah,
version.
70s or 80s.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly where it was. I think it was the 70s.
I like the 70s version. I actually watched that, I think, last year or the year before.
Same.
For
I have only
21.
just seen it recently, like in the
Mm-hmm.
last handful of months. I've
Oh,
always seen clips. I always
yeah.
remember like the one
The
scene where
finger
he's like
pointing.
pointing.
Yeah.
But I had no real context of any of it. I did finally watch it. It was on like Amazon or something. I'm like, oh, all
Yep.
right, let's give this a run. And I liked it. It's sort of like the surprise that I got. I think I've seen the original too. But I
Yeah.
mean, I was like a kid when I saw it, so I really have no memory. But I remember
Truthful.
seeing the Blob, the original Blob, as a kid, and then they did an '80s remake of the Blob,
Yes.
and that was actually good too. The remake of the Blob, I actually liked. So there are some remakes that happen that have some value to society.
I actually didn't know the Blob and Invasion of the Body Snatchers were remakes
Yeah,
until like very, very recently.
yeah,
Because my mom was like that. She's like, "Wait, are you watching the '80s Blob or like the black and white Blob or the Invasion of the Body Snatchers?" When we were talking about it, she's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
"Yeah." She's like, "Which one?" And I'm like, "Oh, the '70s." Wait, there's the black and white. Which is like, oh yeah, like that was on TV when I was a
Mhm.
kid. Um,
Yeah, I remember the first Blob has Steve McQueen in it.
oh my
It's got
god,
got a big red blob guy running around through places. Like it was really creepy for
a
as a
black and white
kid
movie.
watching it. No, it's in color. The first Blob's in color.
Oh.
Yeah, because I remember it being like this red blob, like really like shiny
A
red
guy
blob.
in a fat suit.
But it was good. I remember it. I haven't seen it in a long time. I really want to see it again. Um, but yeah, then I saw the second one, and the remake. I was like, oh, this is good too. Except
Yeah.
for that it ate Erica Leniak, so I can't appreciate it as much because it ate young Erica Leniak, who's a Baywatch girl. Um,
Oh yeah, that's pretty
she's
shitty when that happens.
yeah, she's also the girl who Elliot kisses in E.T. when they're throwing the frogs out the window and stuff and all that,
Oh.
and he does the ET's watching the movie and they're like synced up, so they're like doing the little quick dance and stuff, and then Elliot stands on somebody and gives her a kiss, and
Oh, okay,
all
yeah.
that whole scene. That's Erica Leniak as well.
Huh.
But then she becomes a Baywatch girl later on, and
And then
on
Zac
and
Efron
on and on
eventually
and on.
becomes Baywatch.
Yes, that's right. Zac Efron also becomes a Baywatch guy. That's right. Yeah.
And then Dwayne Rock Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually, it was funny, we were talking about last time about like people we don't really mind showing up in movies
Okay.
and like just like getting excited. Um and Zac Efron is actually one of those people on my list. Is like when he shows up in movies, I'm not like I don't hate it.
I don't think I do either, unless he's singing. But that
Mm,
just means I'm watching the wrong movie anyway, because I don't want people singing in
right.
my movies, generally speaking.
You're not a Chicago
Um,
fan, are you?
no,
Oh,
no,
that's too
no,
bad.
no. I'm not against it in totality. Like there are some movies that I like. I like Moulin Rouge. I like Rock of Ages. There are
Sure.
some that I like, but
And obviously you
generally
like Wicked.
speaking, I do like Wicked. Yep, exactly. Yep. So there are some that work, but generally it's not my go-to. But
Right.
I've seen Zach in a few things. Baywatch was not great. Um,
No.
I saw him in. He's in a movie called Neighbors,
Oh, I love that movie.
Which is very fun.
That is
Neighbors is
very
very fun.
funny.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, no, Zach needs to do more like more comedy stuff
Mhm.
like that. I was like, yeah, this movie is very funny. Where they have like the sex toy like sale
Yeah.
on the front
Yeah, yeah.
yard. And
Yeah.
oh man, that's so funny.
It's an underrated movie.
Yeah.
And then he was in a movie recently called The Iron Claw, which is about a wrestling family,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Von
he was the
Erichs.
lead in that. He was the lead,
That's
wasn't
correct.
he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that movie a lot too. So
I haven't seen it, but
yeah, he's one of those guys that I don't think bothers me.
yeah.
I don't go running because he's in a movie, but he doesn't
Right.
throw me off.
When he shows up, you're gonna get at least a good performance,
Competent performance.
confident performance. But in Greatest Showman, men though, ooh, I don't hate the music because I like Zendaya and I like Hugh Jackman as well. So when they were, for the fact that Hugh Jackman can sing, just still like he's a Broadway star,
Yeah.
still absolutely baffles me. But that movie was an insult to P.T. Barnum.
There are people who genuinely like that movie. I lasted 30 minutes and I had to shut it off.
I liked the music.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And I don't even recall Zendaya. I do not like Zendaya at all. So
really,
if I had run into her at some point, that might have been one of the reasons I checked out. It's like it's her. It's like Aquafina. I can't stand listening to Aquafina do anything. So she was like for Shang-Chi, like I actually kind of enjoyed Shang-Chi, the movie, but whenever she was on screen, I'm like, I tell her to stop.
Yeah.
More Shang-Chi, less her.
Right. I don't dislike Aquafina. I just feel like now just as she's getting more prominent, I just feel like she's always typecasted in these loud, obnoxious roles. And I'm like,
is it a typecast for the role, or is that just what she's bringing to the role?
I don't know.
As her choice.
I don't know. Actually, that is a good question now that I think about it. I don't hate her. Apparently, she is very lovely to work with. So I mean, like,
I don't know her personally. This isn't like
right.
I can't.
No,
stand
I know.
her.
It's just
in the context of a film and a TV. Anytime that I've seen her, I'm just it's sort of like Zendaya. I just kind of check out. Like I don't. There's no connection there.
Are you seeing the comments in the stream or no?
I don't see any comments yet. Well, I see yours.
Weird. It's Lori. I know you're commenting on mine, but apparently you have to comment on the RSB one because my Facebook is not bringing up the comments. Weird. What is this? Fuck you, StreamYard.
Oh yeah. Somebody, if you're watching, guys, watch on my feed.
Yeah.
Drop a comment in there. See if that helps at all. Because where did you post this one?
That's on the RSB Facebook group. That's on my business profile.
Okay.
So that worked. So I don't know where else. Because Brian was doing it this morning too with the Wretched. And people were commenting on his video and nobody saw the cover. There we go. There she is. Hi, Lori.
I mean, I've seen that happen before where Facebook glitches out and things don't, or StreamYard glitches, whichever one glitches out and it doesn't connect. But she found us there. She found us. So where are you posting this, Lori? On my feed? I have this on my YouTube and stuff too. But
oh, okay, gotcha.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
But yeah, so I don't like. I think you're right with Aquafina. I could not stand her in that live action Little Mermaid movie.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't know she was in that.
Like I think she was so bad. Oh, the RSB Facebook. Aaron Taylor Johnson. He's not. I don't see him a lot in anything, like a lot of stuff. I know he was in Kick-Ass, like he was in the lead in that, and he was in Craven, and that was terrible. And then he was Quicksilver.
Yeah. I don't really know him from much.
Yeah.
Other than Kick-Ass. So,
okay.
my
Craven too.
And I know Craven too. Yeah. So my Aaron Taylor is pretty minimal. He wasn't he? He was in the Nosferatu movie a couple
I
years
didn't
ago.
see that.
He was in that, and
Was it the
because I
movie or the
forgot about
TV
it,
show?
the movie,
Oh,
the
okay.
James Eggers Nosferatu, whatever.
I can't stand his voice. He was in
Oh
Bullet
yeah,
Train?
he was in Godzilla. That's right. Yeah, that's another reason that movie is so bad. Is not necessarily because of him, but because he
Is
had
that the
nothing to.
2016?
Yeah, he had
Oh,
nothing
okay.
to do in that movie. Like they were just like, "Hey, why don't you go roam around and go chase a nuke for a while?" And
Who
I'm like,
was
it's bad.
who was he in Bullet Train? Oh, he was Tangerine. He was the brothers. He played Lemon's brother. Okay, I remember now. Did you see Bullet Train?
No,
Oh, that's a great movie. That's hilarious.
I don't do because it's like an action movie, right? Generally speaking,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I don't usually vibe on those things.
Oh, okay.
It's one that I would probably like just take a flyer on at some point in my lifetime.
Yeah.
But usually action movies, I'm like, I check out on the action stuff because I'm
Yeah.
just like I've seen all this before, guys. It's so hard for I'm 50. Jesus Christ, I'm 55 years old. I've seen everything you can probably show me as far as an action scene, with very limited exceptions. I don't really care about guns anymore. Like like I'm just like, all right, just get me to the story. Like none of this
Says the
matters.
man who enjoys
Move me on.
Godzilla.
Yeah. I'm okay with. I think I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Because
just
you're a
came to mind.
hypocrite now.
I just no, not at all. It's because Godzilla
Tom's old.
Godzilla will run into things and knock them down.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I was younger, when I was in high school and stuff, and I was playing football, I used to love to run into people and knock them down. So I have that spirit. I have that Godzilla spirit in me. Like I'm gonna knock you down.
Godzilla spirit in me.
I'm gonna knock you down.
That needs to be a shirt that you need to wear. I have that Godzilla spirit in me.
Yeah.
I would totally wear that.
Yeah. But like even when I was younger, like gun stuff, like the first Predator movie and stuff, like I'm like, they're shooting guns. I just don't care. It wasn't my vibe. If it was like laser guns, I like laser guns, Star Wars, but just like gun, it's like why I don't really care about the John Wick movies, I will say that the John Wick choreography is really good. There's definitely stuff that they do that's like really good fighting choreography and stuff, but
yeah,
I just don't. The action stuff, it's very very minimal that I care about. A lot of superhero movies are action oriented movies, and but again, in there you sort of have like that sci-fi element where they're like flying around or shooting lasers or throwing shit at people or whatever. So it's a little more fantasy action rather than just like I'm punching you or I'm shooting you action.
I think the John Wick movies the first one had a really good story. And I know it's like, it's about a guy like, they killed his dog and now he's out for revenge. Yeah. And it was awesome.
Yeah. I accept the premise.
Yeah.
Completely.
Like, the premise is great. You're like, I get it. Cause I'd be the same way.
Yeah.
Like it's the most relatable thing ever. I saw the second one and I haven't seen, there's 4 now?
There's 4. Yeah.
There's 4. I don't think I saw the third and the fourth one.
I saw the first 3. They were like on Amazon. So I was like, all right, let's go. And I mean, I did appreciate that there was actually more world building to it.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah. Get off my lake.
Get off my lake.
So I did like the world building to it, but again, it's like assassins and so on. Like,
yeah,
it just doesn't.
You would not like the Beekeeper then.
No, I don't really like any of the Jason Statham stuff.
I liked that one because he did lean really into the beekeeping premise. Like he was just like, hey, this woman died. Well, what do you want me to do about it? I'm a beekeeper. And then it's kind of like John Wick where they come and destroy the beehives and he's like, I'm going to fucking kill these people.
You killed my bees.
You killed my bees.
All right.
And then and I was like, all right, this is pretty fun. Okay. So I did enjoy that one quite a little, a lot more than I thought I would. Oh, I did watch Wicked for Good the other day.
Yeah.
And I, you know, I actually liked it a little bit more than the first one.
Oh, it's a terrible take.
Oh,
Oh, it's
really?
a terrible take because it's bad. Because it's bad.
Oh, really?
It's bad.
Mm.
And here's the interesting thing. I've never seen the play before, the musical, but I've had people tell me that they agree in the context of the play, even that the second act is not as strong as the first act.
Mm.
I think there are elements of Wicked for Good that are good,
Yeah.
but it really is about the halfway point where it starts to completely fall apart for me. Like basically when Dorothy shows up, when the twister comes and it kills, spoiler alert, and it kills what's her name with the silver shoes.
Yeah.
At that point, right after that, it all starts to crumble. I don't like the immediate right after scene where it's just like, okay, Dorothy, hurry up, get out of here, go away. And then Elphaba and Glinda are sitting there talking to each other, and they have this dumb Star Wars fight. I'm just like, what are we doing? This is terrible. I'd have to watch it again to get specific, but I don't like the ending. I won't give
the ending
away.
I didn't like.
I don't like
did
the
not
ending.
like the ending. I
so
liked the Oh, go on.
No, I was just saying, but basically that last half just falls way short for me. I didn't think the songs were as good. There wasn't much of the wizard except for that sort of one moment. It just, again, there's good elements. I don't think it's a bad movie necessarily, but the second half of the film just falls away. And when I left the film, I was like, man, because I loved the first one. I came out of the first one like, holy crap. This was incredible. I want to go see the play and see what this is now. Like I was all in. And then I was really all in at the beginning of that. Like I love the Bach scene where he becomes the Tin Man and stuff. Like really good.
Yeah.
But the second half,
Scarecrow scene too.
Scarecrow scene is
good. That was really cool.
Yep, Scarecrow scene is good. But then the second half, it just kind of falls apart, and I lost interest really fast.
Maybe I should just watch them like back to back and everything too, because it's been a while since I've actually seen the first one, and then I just watched the second one. And I'm like, I think I kind of like this a little bit more. So maybe my opinion would change, but I felt myself kind of enjoying it a little bit more. I don't know if it was because it was a little bit more chaotic.
I don't know.
But the ending, I do agree with. The idea of it's is good. Like I did like the fact, spoiler alert for it, like Elphaba's alive, like the Wicked Witch of the West didn't actually die.
But even the concept of how it happened, like the way that the gates work, it didn't make any sense.
Yes, but that's what like,
so
and like the way it happened, I'm like, this is stupid. She went into a trap door, but that's stupid. Well, and then they just knew when to find her.
But let me take it another step with the trap door. The trap door opens up. When Scarecrow comes, the trap door opens up. So what the hell are we talking about?
I'm melting, and you know what I mean? Opening the stair.
I'm opening, and I'm gonna get in the trap door and go in, like, what the hell is going on?
You need to watch the movies. You need to go watch
so them. I don't know. Maybe I missed something in there, but it all felt discombobulated and So it's okay, but I really enjoyed the first one, which I was kind of bummed out that the second one kind of left me hanging a little bit.
I know there's another book. Apparently,
oh yeah, there's multiples. There's like 3.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
There's Son of a Witch, and I think there's like 2 other ones. Yeah, there's more. There's more. And the second one, even though the second one didn't do as well, it did well enough that they've already started talking about like, what do we do now?
Well, isn't the next one like Elphaba's son or something?
Yeah, it's called Son of a Witch.
It's Son of a Witch. Yeah. But it's like her alleged son.
I don't know the story at all. Don't know the story.
Okay, like I just found out about it like literally after I watched the second movie. I was like, oh, what's next? And I'm like, oh, okay, it's about Elphaba's son. Did she get pregnant during that time? I mean, I guess they slept together.
Well, but that's true. That's true. They did have that
one moment, which I do really like that song. Like after that, I think that song's really pretty. So, and actually, my wife was surprised. She's like, "Why is it silver shoes?" I'm like, "Actually, in the original book, it's silver shoes. In the the only reason why it's Ruby is for marketing purposes, and it's
Well,
more interesting.
it wasn't marketing. It was because they were going to use the Technicolor, and they wanted to do something that would use the Technicolor to an extreme effect. So even if they had done silver, they could have done silver. It would have been shiny and whatever. But the red was going to just pop far more,
Right.
and so they turned them into ruby slippers, and
then
that
marketing,
and that was that.
right?
Yeah, and then over time
and then it was
it
marketing,
became a thing. Yeah.
Which are like they're apparently super heavily copyrighted and
Oh yeah.
everything.
Well,
Like
when Disney made Return to Oz, they wanted to use the ruby slippers, and MGM was like,
right, yeah.
so
Like,
Disney, one of the few times that Disney lost and had to pay up. So they had to pay to license the ruby slippers for that movie. So
wow.
Yeah. That's legit.
I'm surprised at like just like the lore and the lockdown of the Wizard of Oz stuff.
Mhm.
Like even the all the characters are still under copy. Well, sort of.
Well,
Like
the MGM designs are under copyright.
yeah,
Because that's only 1930. What was it? 1939 or something.
I don't
So
know.
all of that imagery is under copyright, but Oz as lore is completely public domain, which is
Right.
why dun 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 this exists.
Right.
Because
Yes.
it is all public domain now. All of Baum's books are public domain. Some of Ruth Plumley Thompson's books are in public domain now. Not all of them. She wrote like 20 books. So it's like the first 5 and then like the last 2 or something are in public domain. But that is why this exists. And for those that don't know, this is my big proof for the omnibus.
I'm still waiting on mine, huh?
Yeah, so am I. So that's the paperback. Let me show you what's going on here. Let me go full screen for a minute. I don't know how to go full screen.
It's stupid. It's under oh, apparently I don't have it. Is it under camera?
There we go.
Okay.
So this is the omnibus, guys, for The Legend of Oz, The Wicked West. This is the first 4 volumes of the series, all put in one giant book. This is the sepia dust jacket. I'm showing you the hardcover here right now. This is you can see the
spot, went with the hardcover,
the spot gloss on it right there. And then it's got like red interior, starting pages and stuff like that. But then it has this red on the outside as well.
Sexy spine.
Right? On the pages, on the edges of the pages. This became a nightmare. And this is why we lost a month.
You froze. Oh, there you go. Never mind.
Okay. This is why we lost a month of the last month. Otherwise, we'd probably have these in our hands right now.
No, but the month still goes.
As they as they were working on this, they were doing it with different types of ink, different ways of doing this. And what was happening is that as they were putting it on based on the paper that we were using as well, it was all sticking together. So when we were trying to do the pages, it was all just gross and sticking together. And I was like, guys, we have to figure out a way to do this. And so they finally found a way to get red on here so that we're not stuck together. It's not bleeding to the insides, all the kind of stuff. So that's what really took the last month, is just figuring this part out. So
who are you printing through?
It's new guys that we haven't dealt with before.
Okay. Yeah, I'm using a new printer and probably never again. And Lori knows that nightmare.
But this was there was also a lot of work in this that I hadn't really, it just took longer because here's let me get a regular size book. When we do our trade paperbacks, they're just comic book size.
Right.
So here's comic book size compared to the overall book.
Yeah, the hardcover omnibus.
Yeah. So it's well, even the paperback is bigger too. But so you can see how much bigger it is.
Right.
So we had to go through 500 pages and upscale all of it to get it into this size, which took a lot longer than I expected. Thank you to my letterer HDE who took his time to do all of that. So that took time. Then as we were doing all of our let me find some So we have these chapter stops. All right. So we have these chapter stops and stuff when you get in between.
Yeah.
And then we have our covers like for actual like next issue, right? But we
Right.
wanted to put these in without any of the logos and stuff on them. Like I wanted them
Yeah.
clean. We were missing files because this book is 15 years old. So we
Right.
were missing files that I had to find. I was scrounging around artists like, oh my God, do you have this file? Do you have this file? Do you have this file? There's a cover gallery in the back with all of the covers. I was missing files, so I was chasing artists. Like, help me.
Don't feel bad. I'm actually missing 2 blank files of mine with my logos on it.
Yeah.
So that's why there's some in the back of mine that have logos on them because like, oh shit, I don't have them. But it is what it is.
Yeah. But we found every file but one. And so we just published the one in the gallery that has the logos on it.
Right.
We found everything else, which just took forever. And then of course they were going through all of their troubles, the printer themselves. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare of time. So, I apologize to everybody, but I think in the end of the day, when you get this book, this is the trade paperback. When you get this book, you're going to be like, this was worth Tom taking the time to make sure this is what it needed to be. And now that we've done it once, we know what it takes. So when we're ready for part 2, we can get we can do this way faster now. HDE knows how to upscale pages. He's figured that part out so that it still takes time, but it's easier. We have the templates for our credits pages, templates for our cover galleries. We understand how to put the red on the outside now. Like it'll all go when we finally do volume 2, or when we do another omnibus for any of the other books we do, it will move much, much faster now that we've done it once.
Right.
But
I will. So my horror story is great because Lori actually I would have been fucked if Brian Mantle didn't point something out to me. So I'm putting together the Set the Hook trade paperback, and they gave me a spread, and I don't have a proof. Like they took videos of my proof, and they showed me in issue 3, I have a 2-page spread, and it looks really great. It's a lobster Japanese spider crab fight club, so it's really great.
Yeah.
But they gave me a fold out spread. So when you open the book, you open the page and it spreads out. Word. And I'm like, okay, that looks neat. Let's do that. But the problem, and if Brian Mantle, when I was like showing that a couple people it and Lori, they put it in between the middle of the fight.
Oh, it's in the wrong sequence.
It's in the wrong sequence.
Yeah,
but when you go and look at the PDF that we presented it to them, it was correct.
Yeah.
And I told them that, and they're like, well, if we move it to where you want it to, it's going to be awkward. I'm like, what are you talking about? Just flip it around. That's all you need to do is fold it out instead of from the right or to the right, just fold it out to the left.
Right.
And they're like, no, we'll just put it back. But if I would have approved that whole thing, I would have 700 copies of this book.
Yeah.
Completely wrong. It was so bad. And it's not supposed to fold out like that. But was it cool? Yes. But I was like, what the fuck? And they were like, well, we just thought it would look cool. Yes, if you put it in the right damn place. So I don't think I'll ever, I don't think I'm going to work with this printer again. Now, granted, though, their customer service is really nice and their prices are good, but I'm like, listen, and what does Lori say? You can either do it right, you could do it cheap, or you do it fast.
Right,
you can't have all of them.
Yeah.
So
sometimes it's just getting to know, like same thing for me. They were very good on back and forth communication.
Yeah. They were
like, they were like, hey, we can do this, but this is fucked up. I'm like, I don't want it fucked up. Let's figure out another way. And they're like, okay, we'll try another way. So
have they never done red before?
Not on the outside of our pages, no. Oh no, they have, but the original way that they were trying to do it would have been sort of like a shiny red,
like a metallic.
and that metallic stuff was not working with the paper that we had chosen.
Gotcha.
It was just adhering in a weird way. So they tried it a few different ways to try and get the shine on it originally, but it just wasn't working with the paper. So one of the things that we can talk about next time is like, okay, well, if I want the shine, what paper do we need to use?
Right.
But at the same time, like if I'm going to do volume 2, it's going to be the same thing. I want a uniform
Right.
style through it all. But if I were to go do like a critter one and I want like a shiny blue outside, like, okay, tell me what we need to do to
Right.
to do that. Because the samples that they showed me when we were at a con, they had like a gold, kind of like a shiny gold. And I was like, well, this is cool. And they were like, yeah, we can do this. And I said, can you do it in red? And they were like, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
I think I know exactly. Were they walking around?
Oh, she always walks around the con.
I know who exactly you're talking about.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. When you said that, I was like, I know who you're talking about.
And she's been after me for years
at
cons. And I'm like, I have somebody. But then when she came by last year at C2E2, she showed me these books and this paper. Like when you feel this paper, you're going to be like, oh,
yeah.
It's so good.
It was the prices was my problem. Like the prices were a little too high, so I went with a different printer. But she usually emails me and goes, "Hey, do you need a printer?" And I'm like, no. So, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. Wonderful lady too. I do enjoy talking with her. She's very nice.
Yeah.
She was at Motor City is where I met her.
Yes.
Yeah. So
well, she was there too, but yeah, I met her at C2E2 many times. She travels around the cons all the time. She does books for like J. Scott Campbell and all these guys. So I was like, yeah, I'll give you the shot because the printers that I have for that stuff are decent, but she was showing me like all this fancy stuff and this extra paper, and I was like, ooh, let's take a run at it. I'm good.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
So you want to hear my con horror story?
Yeah, that's right. You were at a con. Yeah.
I sold one item.
Yeah.
It was the first time doing something like this.
Mm-hmm.
It was in almost like a gymnasium. Like, and when I say that, I mean like a high school gymnasium, out in New Baltimore. And they had the first day we get there, it's dead. Like, I mean, there's nobody, there's like 40 of us, or there's like 50, 60 different vendors. And we're all just hanging out. They're doing live wrestling, which was just hilarious. And that didn't really bother me. But the reason why there was nobody is everybody was at the wrestling. So people would come in, it was free admission, and you got to watch these wrestling matches. When it hit around 2:00, Tom, there was a live punk band. And then finally when wrestling happened, or when wrestling was done, people came out, to walk around and everything. And we had to scream to talk to people. And most people were just walking away because we were screaming at them.
Mm-hmm.
It was the most mind-numbing convention ever. Like, if it wasn't an hour away and it was a cheap table, I would have been pretty pissed. But no, I don't think I can justify it.
I've been to conventions like that before. There was one in Vegas where they literally built a wrestling ring in the hall, and then the layout. So like here was the wrestling ring. The layout had booths around the ring like this. So like your back would be to the ring, right? And your table would be out here.
Oh, your back's to the ring?
Your back is to the ring. So you're literally like 5 feet from the ring.
That's so weird.
And when they did wrestling during the con hours.
Yes, so that's what they did with this too. Yes.
There's a dude jumping off the ropes.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, you gotta be kidding me. This is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. Now, what was funny is it was supposed to run about an hour for the wrestling segment. And after about 30 minutes, everybody was complaining and they just shut it down. They were like, okay, we're done with the wrestling.
Why were they complaining?
Because you can't boom, hey, own it, come buy my book. I'll buy my book.
Right. Yeah.
You
That's
can't.
what happened with the band.
It's just
Yeah.
like you can't do anything. So yeah.
Yeah, we had they had that too, where luckily we weren't. Like, we were away from it. We were on the other side
Yeah, I
of the
was too.
wrestling, but there were others that were near the wrestling and everything. But the band was supposed to perform on Sunday, and because we all complained, they just canceled that. And he was like, "Well, can we still do live wrestling?" It's like, "Sure, like we'll deal with that." But yeah, it was just not a great con. My next show is the Lansing Beer Fest. Um beer in the ballpark.
Just picking the weird places,
So
man. Picking the weird places. I mean,
look,
we've talked about this before. Like, how do you
yeah,
sell more books? Is go to different places, but
yeah.
at the same time, it's sort of like I don't know. I
I
don't know.
it's one day. It's
Okay.
one day, and
Okay.
I'm like, you know, I'm gonna try, and I'm doing the bourbon festivals in the fall, which are also one day, and I'm just trying. But I also, I'm gonna be at Motor City and Cherry Capital and
Sure.
those other ones
Yeah.
too. But I'm like, you know
Well,
what? I don't
Cherry
know.
is a very comic
Heavy con,
centric
yeah. I've
place.
seen a lot of the
Um,
guests on there look
yeah,
great. Plus,
yeah,
my mother-in-law or my brother's mother-in-law is out there, so we're just gonna stay with them, so we don't gotta
that's
get a hotel.
that's cool.
So, yeah.
I'm going next weekend out to Muskegon. There's a Mall of the Lakes, something like that, out at Muskegon. And the mall, this one side of the mall has a huge physical media store, movies and
Oh, yeah, you
DVDs and
were
Blu-rays.
yeah.
Yeah, and then but it also has a gigantic trading card store, Pokemon and Magic and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And it has an immense comic book and toy store all in this one zone.
Hmm.
And so they did a couple of months ago, they did a physical media horror convention there where they basically just lined up tables in the
Yeah, you were telling me
walkways
about that,
outside.
yeah.
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 And but apparently they do comic shows that way too, just sort of generally. And
Hmm.
so this May 2nd, it's free comic book day. Like, I don't know if that's a
Yeah.
thing anymore, but people
Yeah,
are
it
still
is.
using the term anyway. And so they were like, yeah, we're doing this thing on the Saturday, and it's like $40 for an 88-foot table. And I'm like, yeah, I'll go sit out
Just for the
there
day?
for the day. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
shit, if they do that again next year, let me know, because I'll do
Yeah.
that.
Well, I'll send you the info, and if they might still have tables, who knows?
Oh, alright then.
If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. But I
Right,
was like,
right.
yeah, I can run out there for $40 and be in an environment, because when they did the horror show, it was packed for that zone. I mean, now packed in that area is like a couple hundred people, but
But
they had
still,
couple
like,
hundred people that were there for what you're doing, right? And
right.
that little community of shops clearly is bringing people out, and it's free comic book day, so I'm kind of figuring there'll be a decent crowd. And so yeah, I'm gonna
Then you
give
could do
that
a
a
free comic book day deal or something like that, so
oh, of
like, yeah.
course, of course, of
Yeah.
course, of course, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of wish, and I was actually thinking about, because I know there's the Monroe, not the Monroe Mall, Midland Mall does a convention.
I don't know that one.
It's all man, Katrina Roots was telling me about it, and I forgot what it was. But they do one, and I kind of wish malls would do that. Like, just have a small little,
Well, but I
like,
think it's going to really depend on what's in the mall.
yeah.
You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
like,
Like in this case, it's a hyper specific group of,
right,
these stores working together.
right.
And that's why I'm trying it.
Yeah.
I know the one that she's talking, now that you say that, I know the one that she talks about that she does from time to time. I've contemplated like going and doing it.
I
But
thought about it
again,
too.
if it's just sort of like in a general mall, like without a comic store or without something
Right.
else,
Right.
um, I'm sure it's probably cheap, so it's not like a big deal.
Yeah, I
But
think it's like $30 a table or something like that.
yeah.
I don't think it's very expensive.
Yeah, so
So
I think that's okay. I mean, again,
yeah.
it's all cost based, and how difficult is it to get there and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
Like the Great Lakes, like if Great Lakes Crossing did like a horror theme, or like a, I don't know, a video game or anything, because they did a Nintendo pop up show at one point,
mhm.
like just in the middle of the area where their have you been to the Great Lakes Mall?
No, well, I
Okay,
don't think so.
okay, so there's like a theater and an aquarium and like some other stuff and like a Lego store and all that, but in the in that area, there's like a big, like just a big space where there's nothing there, and they had a Nintendo pop-up show where it was just Nintendo came and was like showing off playing demos and everything, and it was packed. And they'll do these different events, like they had this like crafting show at one point in time, pop-up show, and it was just like we walked my wife Tifa and I walked in the mall and we were like, what the fuck is going on? But because the Great Lakes Mall has like a very good variety of stores.
Okay.
Like they have like GameStop, they have like Bass Pro Shop, they have a movie theater, Lego. Like, so there's like almost niches for everybody. I know there was an anime store at one point. I don't know if it's still there, but there was one. So I think they would do pretty great. Dying malls, not so much. I don't think it would do very well, but ones that are still have that, we're going to this mall. And they also have Round One, the big arcade bowling alley and everything. So
yeah,
so,
that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'll let you know if I do well at this beer festival. I mean, I've been there once as like an attendee, and there was this one lady who was selling clothing for dogs. She did very well.
A bit. Well, I mean, so, that's a larger segment of the world wants stuff for their animals than they.
I know, but
it's a comic. But for me, a beer fest, I don't drink. I would punch people in the neck probably because they're going to be drunk.
Right. And drunk people love to spend money. There you go.
That's fair to a degree, except that I've been to a lot of cons where they sell like beer at the cons, and I just watch people wander around with beers in their hand doing nothing else but drinking their beer. Yeah. Like they have no interest in anything that's going on other than I'm drinking beer and I'm roaming around. So I think I would freak out really fast. I'd be like, what the fuck are people doing?
Yeah. I mean, I'm like I said, I mean, it's on May 9th, so I am curious. I will be totally honest with you. I actually paid for it by accident.
Okay.
I got the invoice like back in January, and I didn't realize it wasn't for the bourbon festivals. Like they didn't put it on one invoice. It turns out it was for beer in the ballpark.
Okay.
So when I went back and I looked at the beer fest, because I got another invoice for a different one, and it turns out he just sends each show to the different vendors, and then you just pay for whichever one you want. But I didn't know that. So I paid for it. And then like when I read back my invoice, I was like, oh shit, that's in 2 weeks. Like, so, but I emailed him and I was like, hey, just, I'm still going to do it. So plus I like beer. Tifa likes beer. So it's like,
that's fine. That's what I'm saying. I just do not drink.
Right.
I don't care about your IPA.
Oh no, God,
I don't care about your hops.
No.
I don't care about any of that. So
not IPAs.
There would be no way that I could like connect with that audience.
Right. Yeah. Like
that's why I'm happy to go to a horror show or movies in general or something like that I can connect with. But yeah, no, that would be outside of your
wheelhouse. Because they got all like the local breweries, so it's like, oh, Shorts is there, Armory, like all these other ones, and I'll be like, hey, you're drinking a Shorts, and talking about it, and then we can choose different beers and drink them. So yeah, it is all, when it comes right down to it, like having that connection does help. That's why it's great when you go to a horror show and you're like, hey, you're Pinhead, and talk to me about Evil Toon and whatever, and or Thrash or whatever the fuck that new shark movie is, and all that jazz, or the new Mummy movie, which came out of nowhere. So
I almost went and saw that today.
I thought about seeing.
I was really close, but I had too much else to do. So I'll probably catch it on streaming at some point.
Same. It'll probably be on part of my 31 Days of Halloween adventure because I don't know. I'm just not. Some of these horror movies, I like look at them. I'm like, but should I?
Yeah. I mean, I was not. It reminded me a lot of last year's Wolfman movie, which
isn't it
sort
the
of like
same universe?
I mean,
or is that not the new? Is that not the Universal the Dark verse or whatever they're gonna do?
No. This is not Universal. No.
Okay.
Gotcha. This is just Blumhouse or whoever's doing it, making weird monster shit. But like Wolfman last year was a reimagining of the Wolfman idea. and it was really bad.
Yeah, you were
And
saying it
so
was really bad.
yeah, and so when I saw this, it's this sort of the same thing. It's like, oh, it's this reimagining of like the Mummy idea.
It's very body horror, apparently.
Very body
And
horror, yeah,
apparently
very
it's
body horror.
also set in the same universe as Evil Dead, the new ones.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
So I don't know how accurate that is. I mean, if it's just like a face on a wall, I'm like, that's more of an Easter egg.
I think it has something to do with one of the houses, like they filmed in one of the houses that was in the Evil Dead TV show or something.
Okay, but that doesn't make it in the same universe.
No.
That's more of like a selling point at that point.
People stretch that stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Well, the director apparently came out and said it, but anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's like that was like oh god, I can never remember what it's called. The final Friday, Friday 13th. Freddy's Dead is the other one. Friday the 13th. Oh, Jason Goes to Hell. Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh, okay.
So Jason Goes to Hell actually has the Necronomicon in it, the actual Necronomicon in it from Evil Dead, and the Knife of Kandahar. They are in the movie. They are not like specifically mentioned.
Like an Easter egg or everything.
Yeah, totally. They're not like, oh, look, there's a Necronomicon. They're just in it, like in a very obvious, here it is, look at it. You know what you're seeing. Let's move on type of situation. Yeah. So Adam Marcus, who directed the movie, he did that because he, in his mind, believes that Freddy is a Deadite. He believes that Mrs. Voorhees used the Necronomicon.
You mean Jason is a Deadite?
Jason, yes, Jason is a Deadite. He believes that Mrs. Voorhees used the Necronomicon to bring Jason back to life, and that's why he's fucked up and why
he's really big, but he died as a child and he's really big.
Right. So that was his thing. So he got to use the Necronomicon and the knife. Also in the basement is the box that has the beast from the Antarctic Beast from Creepshow. That's in the basement of that show. So he connected it to Creepshow as well. And then of course at the end, Freddy's glove comes out and grabs the mask. And
you mean Jason comes out?
No, Freddy's glove.
Oh, okay.
Out of the ground
you've mentioned
and grabs Jason's masks and pulls it to hell, basically.
Gotcha.
So it's wildly connected. And he told me what was funny was when they got the rights to do the Freddy part and use the glove showed up in a briefcase, handcuffed to a dude's wrist. And when they got there, they opened it up. It was like in this, velvet case, like here's the glove, be careful with the glove, right?
Yes, here's the Freddy's glove.
Yeah. And when the Necronomicon showed up, they were just like, here, and they just like threw it at him. Like, here you go.
But that's so fair. That's like, Here, the thing is, though, I feel like the Necronomicon just deserves to be like thrown at you,
right?
Like when you're being handed to, like it deserves no respect. Like, speaking of Blumhouse and horror, I did end up watching the second, and I know you're going to be like, "What the fuck, Chad?" And that's fair because you always do that. I watched the second Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Oh, okay, yeah,
and I will say Jim Henson does the puppetry for both movies, and it's great. Like it looks great, like everything. But oh my god, the guy from Jurassic Park, Wayne Knight, is in it.
Okay.
As this dickhead teacher who bullies this small child from entering her robotics project into the science fair, like to the point of just breaking her project. This movie, so the first movie isn't good, but it is cohesive.
Mm-hmm.
It is more straightforward, and it makes way more sense than the actual video games and all the other things that, the creator has ever done.
Mm-hmm.
The second movie does exactly what the lore of the video games does. And I don't understand how that's possible. How do you make a movie from your first movie being super simple and saying, okay, children were killed, they're in these animatronics, they're bad, blah, blah, blah. And the second movie is, well, now this puppet is controlling these animatronics, so it's not really dead children. It's actually this woman who was put inside of this animatronic because she was angry at this person. And so now, but she can't escape without cracking this cockroach. Yeah, it's like, my mind went, "What are you doing?" Like, what
I I I
happened?
I
They're not.
didn't.
Oh, go on.
No, I just was say I didn't watch. I 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10,
Mm,
when I watch a video game adaptation of a movie or a movie adaptation of a video game, I hate it.
right.
Like, I mean, I legitimately, what the fuck is this? So I didn't even bother. I know Five Nights at Freddy's. I know the story of it and stuff, or the generality of it, but
Yeah.
I just, it's not something I will ever
No,
take
it's a hit
on.
and a miss. Like, I saw the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and that was
That's a little different. That's a little different though, because that's just sort of taking things and putting it into a cartoon sense world,
yes.
and those are
Yeah.
okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. This was more like references the movie. Like, everything in this movie was a
Yeah,
reference,
yeah.
and I hated, this goes back to my other point, is you had 3 good Sonic movies. The first Super Mario Brothers movie was fine. The
Mhm.
Minecraft movie was surprisingly good. But how do you fuck up the second Mario? How do you fuck up your movies when they are super simple? Like, your plot is simple the first time.
Yeah. I mean, it has made 750 million in 2 weeks.
Oh, the Super Mario Bros. Movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah. I mean, well, I mean, of course it is. Like, it's gonna be Mario, but that doesn't mean no money spent money doesn't mean it's good.
no, not at all. No,
Like,
no, no, not at all. The first one made a
like a
billion three,
billion?
a billion
Yeah.
three. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's on pace to kind of do a similar sort of
Sure.
run. Um, but and I haven't seen it. Again, it's one of those
I
I
mean, you
probably
don't
will
know.
at some point, but
Sure.
I'll wait for Amazon to have it. I don't need to go to the theater.
Did you see the first one?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
and it was
I I,
fine.
I liked it
Yeah, yeah,
enough. Yeah, I liked
it
it
was
enough.
fun. Like, it was a good time, and then the second one, it's just like, "Oh my god, just
Mm,
shoot me." And that's how I felt with the second Five Nights at Freddy's. I was like, "Oh my god, is there more action in it?" Yes. The animatronics cool? Yes, but it's so confusing. Like, ugh, I don't get it, Tom. I don't sometimes with these movies.
I
How
don't
do you
either.
how do
I
you
don't either.
do it?
I don't either.
How do you do it?
And
Just
sometimes you get like the money grabs. Like I just saw Megan
Oh,
2.0.
2.0?
Yeah,
Yeah, my wife
and I was
watched
like,
that, and
"Oh
she
yeah,
thought it was
this is
pretty.
a genuinely bad movie." Like I know why it failed in the theater because I was like,
It's so weird.
this was such a obvious let's do a money grab, but we don't know what to do to make a money grab. Um,
Well, they made
because
it they made it.
I didn't
Oh,
like
go
the
on.
first one anyway. Like
Oh,
I
okay.
really did not like the first one. I was surprised that it did well, but it had great marketing with all the dancing stuff that they
Yeah,
were doing
yeah.
with the advertising and all that. Like it had marketing. People vibed on a dancing robot. Okay,
Well,
fine.
yeah, it was like Abigail, that's why that
Yeah, yeah, to
but
a degree, yeah.
that was actually pretty decent. That was pretty good.
But I didn't like it, and so when they made a second one, I was like, no, 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 no. And so it was on Netflix, and I said, okay, go ahead,
Yeah, we watched it on
let me
Netflix
go
as well.
ahead. And I was like, yeah, no, I made the right choice not spending my
Well
$9 on this
well, you know why it failed, right?
because it was
Because
bad.
they took the marketing stint that they did with all the dancing,
Mhm,
and then they turned that into the second one.
mhm,
So instead of it just being like the gimmick of the first movie, they just made an entire movie, and you're like,
mhm.
well, yeah, no shit, it's gonna suck. Like, your entire thing's based
Right.
off the damn meme.
Yes. Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Minecraft movie where you can kind of build off of it and you already have that lore. Like, Megan doesn't really have a lot of stuff to play off of
Right.
already from the first movie. So, personally, I don't think Megan needed a sequel. I
No.
didn't think it did. I thought it was fine
But
on its
when
own
you
for
have a
fun.
movie that probably costs
Executives make it. That's true.
15 million to make and it made like $100 million, like
Yeah.
you're going to get a sequel. Um,
Right.
you know,
Right. And that's why
you
you get
can't.
the Five Nights at Freddy's movies
Yeah.
as well. And the only movie I will ever say is still great that is you should watch is the Banana Splits horror movie. Like, I'm sorry, that movie is just so tongue in cheek and it leans so far into what it is.
I don't know
Classic
if I could do it.
Hanna-Barbera turned into a horror movie.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's one of those that I've seen. I'm aware of it, but I've never seen
Yeah.
it. And I've never, I'm like, oh God, I don't know if I can do this. It just looking,
Just
it's just looking
yeah.
at like the image, like, hey, do you want to watch this movie? I'm like, I don't think I do.
It's good for one watch. I don't think you would
Well,
ever go back. No, but you know how like I know you rewatch movies and everything. It's not
yeah,
one of those movies like you would say, "Oh, I'm gonna go rewatch it."
yeah.
But like I think just for like a one watch, I think it's fine. But for me, I like showing people it because of just how bonkers it is.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Let's watch Five Nights at Freddy's or Willy's Wonderland." I'm like, "No, let's watch the Banana Splits. That one's unhinged."
I couldn't get through Willy's Wonderland either. I tried that one. That's the Nick
Yeah,
Cage one, right?
that's the Nick Cage one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I tried that. I got, I don't know, 30 minutes into it. I was like, oh,
yeah.
this is not working for me. So
It's just
I
dumb
jumped out.
schlock.
I just jumped out. And I'm okay with dumb schlock on occasion. Like that,
Yeah.
that's I watch shitty movies.
Right, of course.
But,
And so do I. I mean,
there-
you were right there with you.
yeah. It just there has to be something there that
That grabs
something
you.
has to grab me. Something has to grab me. Yeah, it's like that shark movie that I just watched the other day, Lone Star
Thrash.
Shark. No. Well, I watched the Rash too, but Lone Star Shark was the one
Lone Star.
that
God,
yeah.
when you told me that that's not what it was about when I said that, I got so sad. I was like, damn it, that's such a better premise. A sheriff shark.
It's so bad. It's so genuinely bad.
Is that the one that caused you pain?
No.
Oh, okay.
But this one was really close.
Oh, okay.
Like if this was a movie like the same sort of premise, but like they didn't have the shark part, because you could take this premise and move it in other places.
Sure, yeah.
If it didn't have the shark, it would have given me pain like the other movie, because it is that bad. It's legitimately that bad. But the shark is what made it like somewhat tolerable.
Well, because they give it to you.
Because it's a shark, right?
Yeah.
But the shark
it's like Shark Exorcist. Like,
but the shark is so well. So here's even the weirdest part. There's multiple sharks. So they actually built a shark, like a fin. Cool. Looks okay. The fin looks okay, whatever.
Sure.
Then they built it where it has sort of a head. I don't know, for close-ups or something. And it looks really bad. And you're like, oh my God, that just looks like somebody shit in a bathtub and like it's just floating around.
And turned it into a shark.
Yeah. And then they have another shark, which is basically the just the mouth part.
Okay.
And they use that for like coming up out of the water. They use it in a few scenes.
Shark? Because they did that with Doll Shark too. Is that they had like multiple different?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But even when it comes out, like it comes out and it bites the boat, like it looks so terrible. It's just like you have to just start laughing because it's so bad. But then they have CGI sharks for like underwater scenes.
That's how it was with Shark Exorcist.
And the CGI sharks are not bad. Like they're swimming and they look like they got good body movement.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is the craziest amalgamation of shark usage. I can't even comprehend it. But what really frustrated me is basically, so they're on this lake. Literally, they're on a lake. That's sort of the premise. They're like, why is a shark in the lake? I don't know. But they're on a lake and it's sort of presented as if they're in this, like, it's like really a big lake. But in some of the scenes, you can like see the land.
That's what it was in Raiders of the Lost Shark as well. Like you can see, like they make it look like it, but you can see the shore with like people and everything.
But then at the end, towards the end, they're like, because it ate the motor, so they can't go anywhere. It ate the motor. Oh, multiple problems with this. Number one, it ate the motor. We can't go anywhere. Oh my God, we're stuck on the lake. But later there's an oar. There's just an oar in the boat.
There's just an oar. We're stuck.
What are we doing?
If only we had something, and they're like holding the oar.
Yeah,
if only we had something to move with.
We had something to move or thing. And then so there's two people, and he's like, look, it's only like 100 feet to the shore. 100 feet?
100 feet to the shore.
You can't like go, oh, look, the shark's over there. Go now and make 100 feet. And then when she jumps in, this is the hysterical part. She sort of like dives, like you would dive off the edge. Like you go forward, your head goes forward. Like you would think that I've got to go fast. I've got to go forward. I've got to get to the thing. So you dive off like a normal dive and then you start swimming. But then after she does that dive, it cuts And instead of the dive, it's like she just sort of jumped off, like bloop, poof, and just kind of landed with her feet in the water, like bloop. Oh, I'm in the water, and now I have to start swimming. I guess now, like, oh god. But and then the whole movie is them stuck on a lake in a boat, a fishing boat, uh, complaining about each other and talking about divorce.
What?
Yeah, that's the movie. But there's also the shark is being controlled by an evil corporation who is taking bets from the public on whether or not either of the people in the boat will get eaten.
What?
Right. What is the correct answer? What is the correct answer? Uh, and there's two guys. There's a guy and a girl who are like the head of this, whatever this corporation is. And when they talk, all they do is talk in shark, uh, um,
Lingo?
like shark stories. Like, hey, let me tell you about the story about the shark and the starfish. And they tell you this story about the shark and the starfish, and it's supposed to relate to something. And it doesn't, but they do that throughout the movie. You know, she'll come back and he'll be like, well, let me tell you about the shark and the fucking, you know, and the worm on the hook. Like, what is this? What is this?
I'm gonna stop you because my eyes are glazing over of such hatred for what you're telling me. I also have one other thing to ask you. A group of virtual hunters unleash a deadly shark in a Texas lake,
Yes.
causing a young couple to fight for their lives during a peaceful fishing trip in a scheduled a secluded cove.
Yes.
What the fuck is a virtual hunter? And
That's
also, too,
that's the shark, I'm assuming, but it's not virtual. It's a real shark, but
right.
they're controlling it somehow. But it doesn't really tell you how.
So is this like, are they trying to be a like cabin in the woods?
No,
But I mean, okay, because I like the premise that we came up with, where it's about a shark that's like a sheriff in a small town, and it's like going around fighting bad guys. Like that sounds like a better.
it's just
one time.
Nanue from Suicide Squad, but he's a sheriff.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's King Shark from Suicide Squad. I mean that's a set the hook, but that's a set the hook story right then and there. A little sheriff shark. Like, oh man, that'd be great.
Shark.
Sheriff Shark, yeah. See, there you go. See, we wrote a better story.
Sheriff Shark. I know it's going to be in Set the Hook issue number 7.
Oh,
Sheriff
it will
Shark.
be. It will be. It'll be in the second arc. Like it'll be.
Oh,
actually, Lori, I'm gonna get you to write a Sheriff Shark. Actually, Tom, I got a book for you to write now. Sheriff Shark. No, I can't. Jesus. I can't, Tom. Some of the stuff. Listen, I know you give me shit for the stuff that I watch, and I give you shit. But some of the stuff, it's like we need to like stop.
Oh, I agree. I agree. I don't even know why. Honestly, I don't know why I clicked play.
Right.
Because I have skipped so many of those things after I've seen it. But
like Ouija Shark and all those, yeah.
I was just like, all right, I haven't seen a shark. Well, that's not true. I saw Thrash, but I haven't seen like one of these really lowball ones in a while. And so I was like, okay, give me it. Let's see what you got. And God, Jesus, it was painful. It was painful, but because the shark made me laugh, I laughed. At least I got a laugh out of it. But the setup was painful. The dialogue was painful. The acting is painful. It's painful, but not as painful as the movie that will not be named, because that was
really all right. Behind closed doors, dude. You have to tell me. Because I do it, but you also know too, like I will suffer through and watch it. So I do,
and that's why I don't, and that's why I don't want to tell anybody what this is, because
I mean, now
granted, it is on Tubi. Granted, knowing what you know from my review, if you were to start watching it and you were to get 20 minutes in, you might realize really quickly what I was saying and save yourself the trauma of the last,
yeah. Is it new?
It is brand new.
I
It
think I
is
know. Okay.
2026 new.
I think I know exactly what it is. Okay.
So, but
It's not
yeah,
animated, right?
oh no. It's
It's a horror movie.
a horror movie with,
I
but the horror was that it exists.
okay. I'm gonna take a gamble, and I'm gonna watch something, and I guarantee you I know exactly what it is. I guarantee you. I will make it a point to try to find this damn movie, but I'm like 90% sure. Nah, I'm gonna lower that. I'm like 70% sure I know what it is.
I
So,
I watched that, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago, I guess. And since then I've been watching all the old X-Men movies to kind of wash it out of my mouth. I'm like, oh, just get
like
it.
the Hugh Jackman ones?
Get out of here. Yeah, Hugh Jackman ones.
Oh, the
Well,
third one was
the original 3 and then
the
the
Phoenix
other
one.
the other well, not the Phoenix one. The Phoenix is the 4th one, but the 3 like First Class,
Okay.
Days of Future Past, and Apocalypse. I don't have any access to Dark Phoenix. I don't want any access to Dark Phoenix.
Yeah,
That was a terrible movie.
Don't.
That was a garbage film. But it was interesting because I kind of came back to these things after a while, and I hadn't seen the first 3 in a long time. And I was kind of like, oh yeah, this was pretty good. And then the third one is like, why? It's weird that both times they did the Phoenix, they had the opportunity to just do a Phoenix movie first before they got to the Dark Phoenix. But both times they were just like, Dark Phoenix. Let's just go with that. So there's no earning of the Dark Phoenix happening. And then in Last Stand, they're just like, oh yeah, Jean Grey has like a dual personality and one of them's a Phoenix. Like, no, absolutely not.
Because I didn't hate was it Days of Futures Past? And,
no, I like that.
Yeah, I like that one, and then I liked the first one, the first class.
First Class,
I like that one too. I did watch Venom 3. I didn't hate it, but damn, Null should, and it was kind of the same point of like the Dark Phoenix and everything. Like when they were like, well, Null is this big bad. I'm like, he needs to be like an Avengers threat, dude. Like this needed to be the buddy cop, like farewell of Tom Hardy with Venom. Like this needed to be the buddy road trip movie. And they had that. But the Null stuff, like you could have just taken that all out and just had them like traveling the world and going to the Statue of Liberty and like seeing the sights. And I would have been like, this is exactly what this movie needed. But no, the rest of it was terrible.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't really. I like the Tom Hardy Venom interaction element.
Yeah,
but
this was great.
I don't like the movies. I don't like the movies.
Yeah, I like the movies, but I will still say that I think the first and the second. I like the first one better than the second one, but it is like off the rails for the second one. It's just not really a Venom movie. It's just 19 other different movies squished together, and I'm like, no. But the first one I think is pretty good. And Morbius is still the worst thing ever. But I know you haven't, Lori. But unfortunately we got her.
But wait, Morbius is not the worst thing ever because Madam Web exists.
Well, I refuse to watch that.
Well, there you go. That's like me. I won't watch the Marvels.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's automatically at the bottom of my list forever.
It has nothing to do with any of those casts because I like the girl who plays Kamala Khan, from the Miss Marvel TV show. I liked her a lot, and I liked that Miss Marvel TV show. But when I saw the Marvels, I was like, this just looks stupid and unneeded. Like you don't need this to be a movie. Maybe you could have made this into a TV show. Like this should have been the second season of Miss Marvel.
I could have seen that. Yeah.
But every time when I see the trailer and I like scroll past it, I'm like, no. I suffered through Craven. I'm not gonna do the Marvels. Craven was bad. It had an opportunity and it didn't. Speaking of,
it did.
Aaron Taylor Johnson and everything, yeah. So, but I do have to wrap up only because I do got to get up early in the morning.
Okay.
But let's do this again. Let's talk about more movies because then I can tell you all the other shit that I find, like Pizzagate Massacre, which
you're deep in the weeds on that stuff for sure.
Listen,
Deep in the weeds. I mean, not that my find
I'm sorry,
was
causing you pain.
not a bad find, but yeah.
But
But yeah, I'll tell you how this thing goes. Well, I'll send you the info just in case they have
Yeah.
tables available. But then if not, I'll tell you everybody how it goes. And
same with the beer festival, because maybe then
Yeah.
we can get
When is your beer festival?
May 9th.
So that's the week after the thing.
That's the week after. Yeah.
All right.
And then obviously we have Cherry Capital coming up.
Cherry, yeah.
Which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, I'll be there. You'll be there. Stephanie Menard will be there.
Is she gonna be there? She's rearing her head. I haven't seen Stephanie in.
This is what she told me.
Wow, damn! I haven't seen Stephanie in a while.
Yeah. So hopefully, because she missed it last year, and she said that she was in this year. So we'll see.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right. Well, Anchovies Anonymous episode 3 is in the books. Everybody. You'll just have to wait and see when 4 comes around, because no one knows.
We don't know. We'll contact each other and be